Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I drink? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
Greetings viewers and subscribers. PNL Patreon family belated birthday shout out to Ibuka and his little princess Nalia. Ibuka, he celebrated his birthday last week Wednesday, and Princess Nalia, she celebrated hers yesterday. Let's hope that you did have a wonderful birthday and may you live to see a whole heap more. Also, those two queens on your screen, that's Janice and her cousin Lacey. Your day was on Friday. Queenie, she had asked us to big you up. Let's hope that you did have a wonderful birthday and may you live to see a whole heap more. Now, we are coming out with the news late today. We had to do a whole heap of digging. Anyway, here we are. But let me tell you something. We are not in the business of putting out the news first. We are more interested in putting out the news right. Got it? So, for those who are asking, we are in the parish of St. Catherine. We are heading out to Highway 2000. Sit back, relax, and drive with me. Now, in the news today, there has been a lot said about the accident that took place on Friday morning, September 22, at minutes to 11 o'clock along the Fonthill Main Road in the parish of St. Elizabeth. Now, if you look on your screen, there is a photo of the Mitsubishi L200 pickup truck that was involved in the accident. The photo was taken about a week before the accident took place on Friday. The guy who is sitting on the truck, he was the driver. His name is Caleb. I am told that Caleb, he's in his late 20s. He's living and working in Salt Lake City in the United States of America, but he's from the Black River area in the parish of St. Elizabeth. If you look on your screen now, there is the same pickup truck after the accident. Now, there is a closer look at the damage at the front of the truck. On your screen now is a photo of the driver for the white 2018 Toyota Fielder motor car that was involved in the accident. His name is Hector Munroe. Hector is 56 years old and he's from Shrewsbury district in the Catterwood area in the parish of St. Elizabeth. Hector, he has been a taxi driver for many years, plying that same route. I'm also going to be showing you photos of the white 2018 Toyota Fielder motor car that Hector, he was driving. Now, the preliminary reports were that Caleb, he was driving the pickup truck towards Black River when he swerved from potholes and collided into the taxi. But what we are learning is that investigators, they are saying, no, that's not what happened. They are saying that Caleb, he negotiated a left curve and he failed to keep to his left. As a result, the pickup truck that he was driving, it traveled into the path of the Toyota Fielder motor car that Hector was driving. 31-year-old teacher Danielle Blake, who was a passenger in the back right seat of the car, she was seriously injured and she died on the spot. Hector, he was rushed to the Black River Hospital where he was admitted in a serious condition. But we are now getting reports that Hector, he has lost the battle. He died in hospital. Sad indeed. Let's hope that Caleb, he's made to face the full force of the law. Sad indeed. Now, in this next story, we are learning that Friday afternoon, September 22, a female, she is 16 years old and she's living in the Golden Grove area of St. Ann. We are told that This 16-year-old female, she turned up at the Cornwall Regional Hospital with a gunshot wound to her left thigh. We are told that the female, she told the hospital staff that she was shot in the Charlesgard market by a guy who was wearing mask and attempted to rob her of her cell phone. She told them that she and her boyfriend, who is 18 years old, they were walking in the market when the guy held them up and demanded money and their cell phones. She said her boyfriend, he ran off and the guy shot her in her left thigh because she refused to give him her phone. The police, they were informed and they commenced investigations. But St. James Police, St. James Police, listen to me. Nothing no go so. Nothing no go like that. That female, that 16-year-old female, she was not shot in the Charlesgard market Friday afternoon. Make sure tell you who was playing with the gun when she got shot. Question her boyfriend also. Boy, me I tell you. Now, this next incident, it took place early yesterday morning. Sunday, September 24, about 2 o'clock. It took place at a section of Bath District known as Tivoli Road in the parish of Westmoreland. We are learning that a female, she's in her early 40s. She was at her home fast asleep when two hoodlums went there. They kicked off the front door to the house and entered. The hoodlums, they held up the female with guns and robbed her of a safe containing a large amount of cash. They also robbed her of colognes and other valuables. When the hoodlums were leaving, we are told that they fired 2 shots. Luckily, no one was injured. The hoodlums, they then jumped on a motorcycle that they had parked outside and made good their escape. The police, they were informed, and when they processed this crime scene, 2 9mm Spen shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem. Now in this next story, this one took place this morning, Monday, September 25, about 7:30. It took place at number 1 Road at Truro District in the parish of Westmoreland. Now, I want you to listen to this video. I cannot show the man on the ground because it's too grimy for YouTube. Listen to what a female voice is saying in the background. Listen to this. So you heard that? She said, him say, them a F round him and him a go kill somebody. The person who she's talking about, his name is Mario Fraser, but he's popularly known as Ninja. It is said that Ninja, he has mental issues. That man on your screen, his name is Kenton Salmon, but he was popularly known as Shortman or Kenny. He was born on October 3, 1980. Kenny, he operated a shop at number 1 Road in Truro. We are learning that early this morning. Kenny, he was inside his shop when he was attacked by Ninja. Ninja and Kenny, they are cousins. Ninja, who was armed with a piece of iron, he used the iron to inflict several blows to Shortman's head, killing him on the spot. We are told that Shortman's spouse, she's said to be in her late 40s. She tried to intervene, but Ninja, he stabbed her in her face. She ran and made an alarm, and Ninja, he ran away, making good his escape. Now, up to the time of recording this video, I haven't gotten any reports whether or not Ninja, he was held by the police. But the mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also. hit on the notification bell, then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you'll be one of the first to be notified. And for those who are asking, we are doing some work, but we are coming back with the live series shortly. Stand by for that. Yeah, man, the Saturday evening chat, we are hoping to restart it this Saturday evening. Stand by for that. Now, in the final story for today, you might have heard some of this report before, but I like to put things in context. I want you to understand where we are now. There is a district in the Witham area of Westmoreland called Ancho District. Over the past few years, since I've started doing YouTube, I've carried a lot of stories about that district. Persons are aligned to one side or the other, and persons have been shot and killed on each side. So let me go back a bit to almost 2 years ago. Listen me carefully. On Wednesday morning, December 29, 2021, broad daylight, about 10 o'clock. That man on your screen, his name is Derrick Gayle, but he was popularly known as Bad Youth. He was 48 years old at the time, and Bad Youth was a mason. Bad Youth, he was at a shop at Ancho District with other persons when a hoodlum entered the shop, and in the full view of everyone, the hoodlum, he pulled a gun and opened gunfire, hitting Bad Youth to his chest and his right leg. The hoodlum, he then ran out of the shop and made good his escape. Bad Youth, he was rushed to the Salmon hospital where he was admitted in a serious condition. Like I told you, this incident took place in broad daylight in front of many persons. One of the eyewitnesses to that event was Bad Youth's son. His name is Delano Gayle, but he was popularly known as Spider. He was 19 years old at the time. Yes, Spider, he saw who shot his father. So, Bad Youth, the father, he was in hospital battling for life. 9 days after Bad Youth was shot and seriously wounded, on the afternoon of Friday, January 7, 2022, about some minutes after 1 o'clock, broad daylight, Delano Gayle, popularly known as Spider, he was attacked and shot at one of his uncle's house at Shrewsbury Lagoon in the same Witham area in the parish of Westmoreland. We are told that Spider, he was in his uncle's yard talking to one of his younger cousins when 4 hoodlums entered the yard. They opened a barrage of gunshots at Spider. Spider, he was shot at least 8 times. Spider, he was assisted to the Salmon hospital where he was treated and admitted in a serious condition. So, both Bad Youth, the father, and his son Spider, there were now patients in the same hospital suffering from gunshot wounds. A bulletin was sent out by the Westmoreland police stating that Omario Capmbell, also known as Mary, he was wanted in relation to the shooting of Delano Gayle, also known as Spider, and on Wednesday, January 22, Mary, he was brought to the Salmon police station where he was handed over to the police. On Tuesday, February 1, 2022, Mary, aged 21 years old, also of Ancho District, he was charged by the police for the shooting and wounding of Spider. In late April or early May, Derrick Gayle, also known as Bad Youth, who was still battling for life in hospital, he died. He succumbed to his injuries. Now, listen this. On the night of Friday, June 24, 2022, a wake yard was being held at Ancho District. A lot of persons were at this wake yard. A group of persons were standing across the road from where the wake yard was being held. Among the group of persons was that young man on your screen. His name is Derron Derrick Gayle. He was 23 years old at the time, and he was said to be a window maker. He lived at the same Antro district. Now, Derron Derrick Gayle. His father's name is Derrick Gayle, also known as Bad Youth, who died the previous month. And his brother's name is Delano Gayle, also known as Spider, who was shot and seriously wounded. It is said that while Derron was standing on the road, a hoodlum who is well known to everyone, he walked up, pulled a gun, and opened gunfire at Derron. Now, let me pause with this part of the story right here. Stand by. There is more to come. Listen me now. Remember I told you that Spider, he was shot at least 8 times. Well, miraculously, Spider survived. And he was able to go to his father and brother's funeral. Yes, the brother I was just telling you about, Derron, he died. But more to come on that one. On the night of Saturday, September 24, 2022, about some minutes close to 12 midnight, Delano Gayle, also known as Spider, he was at home with other family members at Antro District. Also at the house was his 84-year-old grandfather. 2 hoodlums kicked off the door and entered the house. They were armed with guns. The hoodlums, unseen Spider in the house, they opened gunfire at him. Spider, he ran into his grandfather's bedroom and the hoodlums chased him, caught up with him and pumped several bullets into his head and his upper body, ensuring that he was killed this time around. Spider's grandfather, Mr. Owen Gayle, aged 84 years old, he also received gunshot wounds to his left foot. Grandfather Gayle, he was transported to the Savannah Hospital where he was treated and admitted. Grandfather Gayle, he subsequently died. Now, I'm not sure whether or not that bullet to his left foot contributed to his demise. Now, let me go back to the shooting at the dead yard where Derron Gayle, he was shot. So, this shooting, it took place in front of several persons, and right away, they identified that guy on your screen as the shooter. His name is Randal Theodore Reid, but he was popularly known as Pecos. Pecos was born on June 30, 1990. He also lived at Antro District. In fact, when I carried that story last year, I had reported that Pecos, when he realized that it was Derron who he shot, he held on to Derron and apologized, telling him he thought it was another relative of Derron. It was said at the time that Pecos, he also assisted in putting Derron into the car that carried him to the hospital. Derron, he died on arrival at hospital. So the police, they started searching for Pecos, and I had carried a story that he was wanted by the police for the killing of Derron. On Sunday, July 3, 2022, Pecos, accompanied by a lawyer, he went to the Savannah police station where he handed over himself to the police. He was subsequently charged by the police for the murder of Derron Gayle. Pecos, he went to the Westmoreland Parish Court where his lawyer applied for bail for him. On Friday, September 23, last year, the bail was denied by the parish judge. The lawyer took the bail application to a higher court, and Pecos, who killed Derron in the full view of many persons, he was granted bail by a judge who is living in a bubble or outer space. The judge, in granting Pecos bail, he ordered that he should report to the Withorn police station on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays between 7 o'clock in the morning and 6 o'clock in the evening. The judge also imposed a curfew order stating that Pecos, he should be off the street between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. every day. But let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. You feel like, say, these hoodlums who can kill people in the full view of a lot of persons, a judge can tell them when them fit touch the road or not? Well, last night, Sunday, September 24, almost 9 o'clock, almost 3 hours after the curfew imposed by a judge, Pecos was on the road. And not only was he on the road, he was armed with that illegal gun on your screen. That gun is a black CZ 75 BD Luger 9mm pistol. Pecos, he stepped up into a bar at Witham. An off-duty policeman who Pecos knew before was in the bar. Pecos, him decided that him nah go to jail again, and the rest, like they say, is history. Pecos, he got bullets to his chest and he fell clutching the gun. The policeman, he seized the weapon. Pecos, he was rushed to the Savannah Lamar Hospital by a motorist where he was admitted in a serious condition. But moments after he arrived, Pecos, he succumbed to his injuries. Another hoodlum bites the dust. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them knock out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and